Hello, everyone. We're back.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us here on Real Watchers. Of course, my name is Garrett.
And I'm Evan.
And we, of course, are your lovely hosts.
Mhm.
You're all having a fantastic week. Hope you had a fantastic week last week. As unfortunately, I was not well. So, as Nadia says, sup, how's Gerbert feeling? Gerbert is doing better. For those of you who don't know, I had, which is no one really except for my close friends, I had COVID for the first time. So that sucked. It's probably the most sick I've ever been, and it would not have been a pleasant sight to see me like melting in my own skin and not wanting to die. So yeah, it just wouldn't have been a good idea. So we postponed last week. So, but we are back this week, and we're going to catch up on a couple of things we missed last week, mostly some trailers that came out, a couple of news stories as well. But let's go ahead. We got a lot of stories to talk about this week, so let's go ahead and jump right in. And at first, Inside Out 2 has officially crossed $1 billion and is the first billion-dollar movie of 2024, and it is the fastest animated film to hit $1 billion ever.
I mean, is Pixar back on top then?
I think Pixar is back.
I think Pixar is back.
In a big way, obviously financially, but also critically. The movie did really well with critics and fans. And so a lot of people would say that they're back. Hopefully this continues and they continue to make good movies. Their next movie doesn't really sell me. It's like that one with the kid who's abducted by aliens. So we'll see. But hopefully
it does. Hey, maybe it'll be like a big surprise. So yeah, I'm always down for those. Next up in the what?
Sorry, real quick. Nadia was just checking in. Do you still have the vid? No, I don't. I have tested negative as of yesterday, and I am good to go.
Nice.
May have been pleasant for the horror types to see you near death commit to the bit. Yeah, but when I actually couldn't speak, it just would have. I would have just been here like.
We were playing games on Sunday, and then you said you had it the next day, or you were feeling like
2 days later.
2 days later, but you were feeling like crap on Monday.
Yeah, you guys, when we played games on Sunday night, you heard me getting sick the entire night.
Yeah.
Which was like getting worse and worse and worse. It was pretty funny. But moving right along, next story up, Kevin.
New MonsterVerse movie release date set by Warner Brothers for March 26, 2027. So this isn't the classic monsters, right?
This is Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
King Kong.
Okay.
So
they're taking a little break.
Yep. I mean, we still have the TV show, Monarch: Legacy of Monsters.
So that's true.
That'll be around, I think. But yeah, that's going to be the next MonsterVerse movie. So get excited.
Yeah.
Next up, the first images from Gladiator 2 are teasing more brutality, and the film is teased to have some of the biggest action set pieces or sequences ever put on film. And I do want to actually pull up real quick and see if I can find the images here from Vanity Fair. Let me go ahead and bring this up here and bring it back to here. So we're going to go ahead and share the screen real quick. All right. Oh, and of course, I'm locked out. But let's go ahead and go over to the screen right here. So we've got a lot more in terms of the gladiatorial combat. We got Pedro Pascal and Paul Mescal in the film. Definitely looking forward to this movie. Denzel Washington in the film. They're just pictures. We don't know what else is going to be happening in the movie yet. We know that Paul is going to be playing the son of, his name, Russell Crowe's character, kind of coming back for some sort of revenge. So yeah, very, very excited for this movie, and hopefully it's going to be good.
Looks good.
So, yeah, that production design, as always, looking fantastic.
Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead movies never made sense to Rockstar, and that's okay. They can just be games. They don't have to be movies, because basically, it's basically a big movie in a video game that you have to buy. So.
Yes, and I just realized I never sent you access to the script for today, and so there's some follow-up information in there. But basically, the head of Rockstar said that they thought that we'd be blinded by the lights, and that just wasn't the case. We had what we considered to be a multi-billion-dollar IP, and the economics never made sense. The risk never made sense. In those days, the perception was that games made poor quality movies. So, honestly, they just never wanted to pursue it because they didn't think it'd be a good idea. Smart on them.
Gotcha. And I have it up now, so you don't have to read the little quotes. Don't worry.
It's all good to go. Next up, the new Denis Villeneuve movie is set to come out on December 18th, 2026. And then it could be Dune 3. It has not been announced what the film actually is yet. It could be his next movie about nuclear war. We don't know.
That seems interesting.
Yeah, so don't know what it is yet, but it's coming. That's the date.
It's coming. Sony's Street Fighter movie will release in March 2026. 2026. Yeah, I said that right. Even after losing Danny and Michael Philippou as directors. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, okay.
Yeah. It's unfortunate that they did lose the Philippou brothers, who are the directors of Talk to Me, because Street Fighter was like their passion project to make, and it sounds like something went wrong, that they had to leave the movie. So who knows? But it is still coming out, so if you're really excited for that next Street Fighter movie, there you go.
Get on it.
Next up, Yorgos Lanthimos, who had movie back-to-back years. His next film, Save the Green Planet, will be releasing on November 7th, 2025. It is a remake of, I don't remember where the film is from, but it's not an American film. But it is two conspiracy-obsessed young men kidnap the high-powered CEO of a major company, convinced that she is an alien intent on destroying the planet Earth. So a little bit more of a comedy movie or something. So we'll have to wait and see how it is. I have not seen Kinds of Kindness yet, so hopefully...
I was just going to ask if this was Kinds of Kindness and Poor Things director.
Same director, yes.
Yeah, okay. They follow the sequel to It Follows will start shooting in early 2025 and star Micah Monroe teases a script is so effing good, and just let me have it. So why are you even just release it already?
I'm in the same boat. Well, obviously they got to make it first.
No, we make it ourselves.
But apparently, she also went on to say that the director would not have made the film if it wasn't a good premise, a good idea, and a good script, and it is, apparently, according to Micah. So, she's been kind of talking about the film more as she's been on the promotional trail for Long Legs, so we'll have to, hopefully she'll share a little bit more with us as the year goes on. Next up, really good news for those of us who like the movie. The Batman Part 2 is starting to film early next year. Very much excited for this movie. I really liked the first one, and I am really waiting for the second one. And the TV series based on Penguin looks good. So,
this might be a hot take, but the Robert Pattinson Batman, I think, is my favorite.
Interesting.
Just because of how, but I think it's because the movie makes him good.
Sure.
And like the surrounding around him and everything. But can we get rid of part 2s and stuff? Can we just make this? How about the Batman Night 2? Because he does.
Well,
stuff
it's not the second night, but
not.
There's not. That's not the official title, so we don't know.
I know, but part 2 is just so cliche. Okay. All right. Next up, Shrek 5 is currently in production for release next year. A donkey film is next after that. Cool.
Yeah. Eddie Murphy just went out and shared all this information, and it's not like they have NDAs or anything, so that's kind of fun. But it's cool that we're actually getting one. I don't think any of the movies are really that good past the second one, so do we need a fifth one? Probably not. But they are recording the audio for it, so they're doing that right now. We haven't really been keeping up with much on this next story and kind of things going on around it on the channel, but it's been a huge thing in the industry. The movie Blade from Marvel keeps getting delayed, losing directors, losing writers. But according to Mia Goth, who's doing the promotion trail for Maxine, is saying that they keep delaying it because they want to make it a great movie.
That's okay.
Which makes sense. They've had some stumbles recently, and so take your time and make something that's worth it. There is some. What was that?
Didn't they release? Not release. They announced this like 2 years ago, right?
They announced it before COVID.
Oh, jeez, has it been that long? Oh my
Yes.
gosh. Okay.
Yeah. But also, apparently, the movie was originally set to be taking place in the 1920s, and then now it's going to be taking place in modern day. So we don't know really what's going on yet. But hey, it's all right.
Hey,
just take your time.
Just make it good. Doesn't matter how long it takes. Marvel can take a couple years off.
There you go.
Scarlett Johansson is an enormous, quote unquote, fan of the Jurassic series, was willing to do anything to be in it. She also goes on to say, I've been trying to get into this franchise in any possible way for the over 10 years. Johansson added, I'll die in the first 5 minutes. I can get eaten by whatever. I'll do the craft service. I'll do anything for it. The fact that it's happened in this way at this time just is actually unbelievable. I can't believe it. So does she have a part?
She's the main actress.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So it's just fantastic that she's such a huge, it's obvious from what she's saying that she's a huge fan. Which is great, and I think that's just going to help the movie a little bit more, and the fact that it's the same screenwriter as the original film. So, I've got high hopes for this movie, and it's got a good cast. So,
hey, and you know what? More dinosaurs.
Bring more dinosaurs. We can always use more dinosaurs. Just no more hybrids. Next up, some pretty great news for gamers. An Elden Ring movie or TV show has been teased by George R.R. Martin. Obviously, the creator of Game of Thrones worked on Elden Ring with From Software. And in a recent interview, was just kind of like, I haven't heard anything about rumors, but maybe something's happening, but I don't know. He played really coy. So, might be something coming. So,
which would be
it's
cool.
something we talk about here on the channel and not, shoved to the side because it's TV, but we'll see.
It would be cool. The games look absolutely gorgeous. So, I just don't want them to ruin it. That's the only thing. Because a bad movie can ruin games sometimes.
Yeah, 100%.
New Karate Kid movie wraps production scheduled for that's not a J. May 30th, 2025.
Yep, and it's starring the original Karate Kid himself, Ralph Macchio. So,
was he on Cobra?
Yep.
That's the Netflix. That's the Netflix one. Yeah, Cobra Kai. That's what it's called.
It sounds like it'll be in line with the TV show and the original series. So,
does that mean I have to watch Cobra Kai though?
I don't know. I haven't seen any of it, so I don't know.
Me neither.
Next up, unfortunately, last week, legendary actor Donald Sutherland passed away at the age of 88. This was some very sad news. Donald Sutherland is a really great actor. He's been in a lot of different films over the years, and it was sad to see him go. So, best wishes to the Sutherland family. Hope you're all doing all right during this time.
Benedict Cumberbatch is confirmed for Avengers 5, which is that Kane, Destiny of Kane, or are they changing the name?
Oh, you mean Kang Dynasty?
Yeah,
I think they're changing the name. They haven't announced what it is for sure yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hey, more Doctor Strange. I like
Doctor Strange, one of my favorite characters in the MCU, so I'm ready for it.
Yep.
Next up, John Hamm was reportedly rejected the DC's Green Lantern role and wanting to join Marvel instead.
Ooh.
So he was offered, or at least offered, to come in and audition for the role of Green Lantern, which is pretty cool. John Hamm, actually, I think would make a great Batman still, and so I'm amazed he wasn't handed that role. But hey, let's get him in Marvel. Give him something good. Doctor Doom, he could be a good Doctor Doom.
That's true, he could. But Ryan Reynolds is still my Green Lantern. No one can ever take that away from me.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to Nathan Fillion's Green Lantern in the new Superman movie, but we'll see.
Yeah. Borderlands gets a PG-13 rating, and fans are upset, and they should be, because this feels like it would benefit from an R-rated movie because of all the cussing and blood and guts and stuff like
Mature
that. So,
content for sure, and I think that they're really trying to go for a broad audience, and I think that's the wrong way to go on this movie.
No.
I have nothing but bad feelings for how this movie's going to go.
Yeah. Well, and then think about it this way. Say a kid goes and sees Borderlands and it's like, Mom, I want to play the video games. Well, it's rated M.
Yep.
So they're going to be like, no, probably not.
I mean, come on. You know parents will buy it anyway.
Hey, just because a 5-year-old came into GameStop one time and I sold him a thing of a GTA 5, it was one time, okay?
It's more than once.
Yeah.
Next up, this one was covered last week. We missed it though. Spaceballs 2 is moving forward with Josh Gad, and Mel Brooks is to produce it. I am nervous for this because History of the World Part 2 didn't go quite so well, but I'm excited to see what some new talent can bring to this, and I think that the Star Wars, Star Trek type environment is still rife for lampooning. So hopefully it'll be pretty good. So that's all we can hope for.
Yeah, well, I mean, hoping is the best thing that we can do. Yep. Reports say that Sony is looking to cast a live-action Miles Morales. I'm excited for this because I'm a Spider-Man guy, but I don't like how Sony is. Sony is doing the casting. And
I mean, I think Sony did the casting for Tom Holland though. For maybe I don't know for sure. So we'll see. That probably means they're not going to use him in the MCU, which is really unfortunate.
But the thing is, I don't want it to be a Madam Web.
It probably
and that's what I don't want to happen though.
Yep. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so that's all the stories from this week. We did have a couple of comments that came in here. Let's go ahead and get into them. Martin Mull passed away as well too. I'm not familiar with Martin Mull. You'll have to give some examples from what they've been in. I got you. How is Mel still alive? The guy is 98. Hey, you know what? Keep him alive. He's like, we lost Stan Lee. We lost, what's her name? Betty White. Let's let Mel live, please. We need the comedic genius.
Martin Mull was in Mr. Mom. What else? I'm trying to look at ones that I know.
80s actor? Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay, I see. Clue, Roseanne. Okay, I see. Well, that's unfortunate. More of a TV actor, it looks like. But that's unfortunate news. Alrighty, well, let's go ahead and dive into the trailers we got this week, and we got a lot of good stuff this week, which is nice.
We got juicy stuff.
What stood out to you, Kevin?
What stood out? Long Legs, I mean, is always going to stand out. Smile 2 looks pretty. It looking like it's in a good direction. I feel like it's a different direction than the first movie, so excited to see that one. Heretic, is that how you say it, or Heretic? Heretic looks very intriguing. Fly Me to the Moon looks funny. Nosferatu looks very interesting, and here looks very still. I want to say, like, just stuck in one place, but they all look real good.
Yeah, I think for me, the standouts this week, Nosferatu looks incredible, but I just love that director. He is one of my favorite directors right now in the industry, and so kind of a fanboy situation. Here looks really good. Long Legs continues to look like it's going to be one of the best movies of the year, but we'll have to wait and see if that hype carries through for it. Smile 2 actually looks really interesting. I am excited to see Smile 2. The actress who's in it, I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but she definitely deserves more work. Heretic looks really good. I'm just hoping they don't take it a certain path. Red 1 looks awful. Fly Me to the Moon looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Trap looks like it's going to be good. The Front Room looks like another really creepy A24 horror movie. Religion with religious themes. Can't wait to see that one. And then we finally got a trailer in 480p for Hellboy the Crooked Man, and it does not look good at all, which is a little sad.
Why 480p?
I don't know. On Twitter and on YouTube, you could only get it in like 480p. It's not an official trailer release yet or whatever, but Enough people were reporting on it this morning. It does not look good. So it looks like a fan film, and yeah, not looking forward to that at all. But very excited to see all those. Nadia says Martin Mull was in an episode of The Golden Girls. The only way I know him. No, unfortunately, he is no longer, which is sad. It's always sad when anyone dies.
Yeah,
but especially someone in the industry. Like it's nice because you can still get to watch things with them in it, so you can keep their memory alive, which is really nice. But it always sucks. But we're going to change up the format a little bit. We're going to leave our reviews in the wheel spin to the end. And Kevin is now going to go over the box office from the last week. Let's talk about it, Kevin.
I mean, Inside Out still dominating the box office with on top of 57.4 million. Quiet Place 2, reasonable.
Quiet Place
53. Oh, sorry. Quiet Place
Day 1.
Day 1, Quiet Place 3. It came in with 53 million. That's really good.
Pretty good opening.
Pretty good, yeah. I haven't heard good things about it, but I've heard like mixed things about it. So
I've heard pretty good things about it actually, but I don't know.
Okay, I haven't seen it. Horizon, that's the Kevin Costner cowboy
Western movie.
Yeah. 11 million, which I guess that's okay for a cowboy.
He put 100 million of his own money into it, so
okay,
that's gonna be a long way to get that back.
We have Bad Boys Ride or Die, 10.3 million. That's still up
holding
there.
On.
And Kalki.
I don't know how it's pronounced.
Okay, Kalki, 280.98 AD. I think this is a Bolly movie.
Yes, it is a Bollywood movie.
Yeah, so 5.5. Hey, good for them.
Yeah, really cool that it cracked the top 5. So that's fantastic. Biggest thing is A Quiet Place Day 1 having a $53 million opening. Obviously, I think it's the biggest opening for the franchise yet, which is really good. Really cool for them. And then Horizon getting a 3rd place opening. It's pretty bad with 11 million. But I've heard a couple of things from people that I know who've seen the movie, and they said that it is not good, which is unfortunate.
Well, and there's such a difference between 2 and 3 space, which is yeah.
It's like there's a movie for families and there's a movie for adults that came out this weekend, and both did astoundingly well. So like that's what you want to see, as much as possible. But let's go ahead and talk about the movies that are coming out this week. And up first, we have Beverly Hills Cop Axel F, which is releasing on Netflix this week. Axel Foley returns to Beverly Hills after his daughter's life is threatened. Includes old pals John Taggart and Billy Rosewood working to uncover a conspiracy. So if you're interested, I know Joey, you're in the audience. I know you love the Beverly Hills Cop movies. Hopefully this one lives up to your expectations. Up after that, Kevin and I are very excited for Maxine, the 3rd movie in the Pearl and X trilogy. In 1980s Hollywood, adult film star and aspiring actress Maxine Minks finally gets her big break. But as a mysterious killer stalks the starlets of Hollywood, a trail of blood threatens to reveal her sinister past. Very excited for this movie. It's getting some decent reviews as of right now. I
thought you were going to say you were excited for this next one.
I am not excited at all. Next up is Despicable Me 4. Gru, Lucy, Margot, Edith, and Agnes welcome a new member to the family, Gru Jr., who is intent on tormenting his dad. Gru faces a new nemesis in Maxime Lamal and his girlfriend Valentina, and the family is forced to go on the run. Yeah, it exists. Unfortunately, these movies keep making a lot of money, and so we're going to keep getting them. But the reviews seem a little bit higher than other ones recently, so it might be better than some recent ones. So we'll see. And up last is an upcoming Bollywood movie that a lot of people that I've seen online have really been kind of talking positively about, which is called Kill. During a train trip to New Delhi, a pair of commandos face an army of invading bandits. So I've heard this movie has some crazy action sequences, so if you're into action movies, this one sounds like it's going to be right up your alley.
Nice. Do you think Despicable Me 4 is overtaking Inside Out or A Quiet Place next week?
I think it will 100% take over both.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's going to be the big movie of the week.
The week, okay. I think Inside Out's going to be number 1.
I don't know. Despicable Me is more popular than a lot of people give it credit for.
That's very true. That's true.
A couple of things here. Nadia, thoughts on them putting the plot twist on the Trap trailer?
That's why I don't watch trailers.
Yeah, I think in this instance it's fine because like there's no other way you could sell the movie. I mean, I guess without like spoiling it, maybe. But I'm still holding out hope that there's going to be another twist in the movie that we don't see coming, that wasn't shown to showings or anything like that, and we're going to get something like on release day that was not in any premiere cuts or anything. Hopefully, so we'll have to wait to see. But I think you had to do it to sell the movie because that reveal sold me on the movie, and so I'm very excited for it. Then Joey, please be good for XLF. Hey, no reviews yet, so there is still hope. Alrighty, Kevin, and with that we're at an end to the structured bit of the show. So let's go ahead and talk about our favorite part, which is the movies we watched over the course of the last week. Obviously, we've had 2 weeks since the last show, and I will say, number one, I was not able to watch a lot of movies while I was sick just because I could not seem to focus on anything. I couldn't play video games. I couldn't really watch movies. I couldn't do anything. Like I just had to sit there and watch YouTube or sleep. And so don't have that many movies to talk about this week. For me, like longer movies. I watched a lot of short films, but let's go ahead. Let's change it up, Kevin. Let's have you go first.
Oh, cool. All right. Well, I have Sling for another like 2 weeks, so Tenet was on the list that I could watch, so I decided to watch it. I remember when you guys did the podcast on this, and it was really good. If it didn't come out when the pandemic hit, I think this movie would have been fantastic. Like it would have gotten more praise on it because the concept behind it is super, super interesting. And I like the science behind it, and the action is really good as well. So I gave it an 80 out of 100. I want you guys to go watch it because I really enjoyed it, and I wish the pandemic didn't hit it as hard as it did.
Yeah. I think it's a really fun movie. I own it, so I don't think it's Nolan's best movie by any means, but I do think it's a lot of fun. Why don't you go ahead and do one more?
Okay, we Nadia and I watched The Skeleton Key. We weren't doing the puzzle. No, we had it on the big screen. So, but this one was a very, very eerie, creepy movie about some kind of spiritual ghost, but also the people are very eerie, which I enjoyed as well. Just because eerie people make it more creepier of a horror movie than sometimes like the spiritual aspects of it. So I gave it an 85 out of 100, and I enjoyed it.
Alrighty. Let me do the first couple for me here real quick, and then we'll get back over to you. Up first for me, I went and saw Right Here, Right Now, which is the concert film for one of my favorite bands of all time, Ghost, and it was incredible. It was my Eras tour. I finally get what Taylor Swift fans got with Eras tour, and I got it with my little rock band. I thought it was fantastic. The concert footage is absolutely incredible. The campy skits that happen in between each song, a lot of fun as well. We get some really cool lore stuff if you follow the web series and everything. We're going to get some really interesting stuff about the next singer and the next phase of the band. I think it was just absolutely killer. It was a lot of fun. And I can't argue with a movie that has my toe tapping and my head banging in the theater. So
were there a lot of people in the theater with you?
It was maybe about half full.
Oh, okay.
So it was more than I was expecting. So up next is a short film that you can watch on YouTube called SCP Overlord, which if you know anything about the SCP series or franchise or stories or anything online, you know kind of what this entails. I think that this short shows a lot of great potential. There's some really fantastic cinematography in it. There's some really cool visuals. The story is pretty interesting about a cult in the woods and missing people. The film does falter a little bit in its pacing. It's a little odd. It's a little slow in places, and it just kind of like it just ramps up out of nowhere. But my biggest thing is that the movie feels like it's supposed to be these pro-military people, and they just feel like a bunch of cosplayers and airsofters, and the acting's not very good. So like it just kind of is juxtaposed with the promise that it shows. But I think it's a cool short film with some really cool horror-inspired visuals to it. And
Mhm.
yeah, I think it's pretty sweet. Next after that was an animated short film on YouTube that you can watch called Battery Life, from 2016. I really enjoyed this one. It's a well animated and conceived short that reminds me of a Tool music video, which is another one of my favorite bands of all time. There's some anti-religious, anti-control messaging in the movie, which I really loved. It's great, but the story around it is a little familiar. It's not the most like original short in the world, but it's really well animated. The world is really interesting. The characters are well done, and it's on YouTube. You can watch it for free. So
Nice.
there's that. And then this was an interesting one. Mr. Magoo from 1997 with the great Leslie Nielsen. This is a movie that I have some nostalgic feelings for. My brother and I used to watch it a lot when we were younger, and it's not a great movie. It really wants nothing to do with its main character, which is unfortunate because Leslie Nielsen's great as always. He plays the role really, really well. But like they want to throw in like a diamond heist type thing into the story, and there's just so much like all extra characters. It's just weird, and it's just not very good. I mean, if you're curious about it, it's a 90s family comedy. You could probably guess pretty much everything that happens in the movie.
Yep.
So
All right. Mine is The Martian. It is on my poster that Nadia got me. And I decided to watch it because it was on Sling. So I'm making sure I get everything out of Sling before it runs out. This one was very interesting. The sciencey stuff behind him being stuck on a planet was really interesting. It's Matt Damon, right? Matt does it. Matt is really good in this movie. You could see his emotions a lot, and it was just a really good space movie, but it wasn't like people that are lost in space. It was trying to survive on a planet that they wanted to colonize, which is really cool. And the science stuff doesn't get too sciencey because sometimes some movies will do that. They'll get too into the science stuff. But this one doesn't. It's perfect. I really liked it. That's why I gave it a 90 out of 100.
alrighty. And that's your last movie before we get into the assignments this week. And so I'll go over the last couple short films that I watched before then. Up first is Heavy Metal Mater, which is a Cars short on Disney Plus, and I do not like the Cars franchise at all. But Heavy Metal was the representation that I needed from Disney. I finally saw myself on the screen, Metalhead. It's kind of fun. If you're a Metalhead, like I am, there's some fun references in it. There's a great Iron Maiden reference in there. Other than that, it's annoying because it's Mater and it's the Cars short, so inconsequential. But hey, you know what? Heavy metal representation in a Disney movie, I'm all here for it. Speaking of Disney, I also watched the short Clock Cleaners, which is absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend this short film. It is beautifully animated. There's something really charming and innocent about it. It looks really far ahead of its time, actually. It does not look like it came out in 1937. It's a great time. I watched this a lot as a kid in like a multi-pack VHS that I had of Disney shorts, and I was trying to find it for years. Finally did. And I loved it.
Good.
And then another short film I watched from Disney was Lonesome Ghosts, which is more of a famous one. Got Mickey, Mickey, Donald, and Goofy going into a haunted house, and they're trying to get the ghosts out of it. It's pretty fun. It's a movie that has inspired, kind of maybe not directly, but has inspired some nightmares of mine from when I was younger. But it's kind of delightfully, pleasantly creepy in a way, but it's also funny. It's beautifully animated again as well, same year, 1937. It's a fun, well-done short. Not as good as Clock Cleaners, but still a lot of fun and really well animated.
And this is how Nintendo came up with Luigi's Mansion.
And there you go. You got it. But Kevin, let's go ahead and get into the short film that you were assigned last week.
Yes, last week I got a short film.
Or 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, yeah, Three Little Bops, which is really interesting. It's a really interesting take on the Three Little Pigs, which I actually enjoyed. It was very more musically enticing. It's not just a story. They're playing music while everything is happening. Yes, the wolf does go to hell and stuff like that. But it's 57. They're gonna show that no matter what. Animation was really good, and I enjoyed it.
There you go.
Mhm.
The short that I was assigned last week or 2 weeks ago was Sea Scouts, another Disney animated short, which I just kind of threw a bunch of them on recently. This one's another fun and well animated short. It has a good concept. However, I think there was a similar concept done by Tom and Jerry, with a shark kind of chasing Tom around and Jerry's kind of making it harder for Tom. I think it was better in that short than it was here, but I think this is still pretty good, especially for 30s animation. It looks great. And it does, again, like most of the Disney animation from this time, it looks ahead of its time. And so that really helps it.
Nice. All right, mine. Yes, I like Dancing with Wolves better than Avatar. I will say that right now. Just
Preach!
It's just a better movie. It's you get to stay with the main character who is basically all alone and trying to talk to these Indians or Native Americans, and to better himself and to better the U.S. pretty much on teaching everybody that they're just not criminals or murderous packs of people, but the settlers are actually worse than the Indians because they're stealing all of the hides and killing the buffalo for no reason, not taking the meat, not making sure that they clean up after themselves as well. But the main character in this movie is really good. His narrating is so soothing, is amazing. Definitely watch this. To watch Dances with Wolves and then watch Avatar to see which one you prefer, because Avatar is a sci-fi movie that Dances with the Wolves was like they got their concepts from. But I like Dances with the Wolves better than Avatar, but that's just my hot take, maybe.
Yeah. Also, Pocahontas is better than Avatar. It's the same story as well. Alrighty, so the first movie I was assigned last week is Equilibrium, which I was excited to watch this movie because I've seen it referenced in so many YouTube channels and YouTube videos, and unfortunately it didn't live up to my expectation. It's not even a guilty pleasure. I just did not like this movie. I can always appreciate when a movie tries to tell a good story and a message, like through a more approachable genre, right? Like bringing, like The Matrix did, like bringing this lofty philosophical concept to an action movie. And this was not the right way to do it. This movie has some decent intentions, but it's just not very good. It's easily just a clear ripoff of The Matrix. It is all that it is. And it tries to be something different, but it just doesn't work. The performances are flat and boring. Christian Bale is great as an actor, but he's not good here. Sean Bean, Emily Watson, they're all just bleh, and they just kind of move through the movie like aimlessly. But it commits the cardinal sin of an action movie, right?
Putting music.
No, there's...
Damn it.
So horror movies that aren't scary, that's a pretty bad thing, right?
Uh-huh.
What about an action movie that isn't exciting?
Action.
Like an action movie? Like imagine John Wick if John Wick was not exciting.
What, like boring?
Oh yeah, it's like boring.
Oh,
like,
really?
It just does nothing. Yeah, it's just not very interesting at all. The fight scenes are comically bad. Where is the... Yeah, here's what I said. It's like, sure, like, okay, let me read this here. So let's be real here. We all know this is a shameless attempt to rip off The Matrix. Sure, we all like the action of the films, but the story was so well done and thought out that it rewarded the viewer. Equilibrium thinks it's cool with its gun kata when it's actually just the neckbeard with the fedora and the katana.
Okay.
This movie sucks. Don't watch it. I mean, if you're curious, check it out, but it did nothing for me.
I can say the same thing about this one.
There you go.
Lost in Space. First of all, this is a Family Robinson movie, which I was not. They were saying the names of the people way too much. They were like Danger Will Robinson. Like that's how I was like, wait, I've seen that name before. And yes, it's a remake about a TV show, and then they made an animation after this one. So the animation one is much better than this. But this would be a guilty pleasure for me if I would have watched this as when I was younger, like a Spy Kids type of thing, because the animation is Spy Kids animation, and
Sure.
I couldn't get past about how bad it looked because it really did. You would see this at like, we could throw this on at a game night and be like, what the hell is this? Looks atrocious and everything. But another thing is too, Penny is the daughter of the main character, and she is so annoying with her high-pitched voice, and it never stops either. But the concept behind it is time travel, space, going to colonize another Earth, pretty much, which that was all interesting. But the CG, you can't get away from that, so I gave it a 15 out of 100.
Yeah, this is actually based on a 1960s TV show.
Yeah,
I don't know if you know that. Okay,
Mhm.
cool. Just didn't know if you know. Alrighty, and in a real watchers first, I could not find Barefoot Jen anywhere to stream.
really.
Yes. So unfortunately, this was Matt Walls. Matt Walls, if you're in the comments section, please let me know. Because if you are here, I very much apologize. And if you are here, you pick out a movie and I will watch it, in addition to the 2 I will have to watch this week. So just as a way to pay you back for that. But yeah, that is it for the movies that we were assigned and that we watched. So, of course, actually a couple comments here. Joey says, Tom and Jerry doesn't have Donald punching a shark out cold. It's true. That is going to be missing from the Tom and Jerry one. I may have to watch Equilibrium again, as I remember liking it years ago. I'm sure it was great when it came out, but not so much now. That's one of the few times that I've very much disagreed with Mr. Roger Ebert. But alrighty, let's go ahead and jump into the Wheel of Fate. And did have a couple extra little things inputted here and there. Gave a couple extra chances for Kevin or I to pick a movie for each other. So a lot of fun. And if you have any movies, let's go ahead and get those in here. Maybe actually, at least 2 each if you can.
I want Nadia to put some horror shorts in this one.
Horror shorts. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see if
The
we
Ruins. I believe I have seen The Ruins. Let me double check.
I don't think so. I don't think I've seen it.
I've read the book. I have reviewed The Ruins, so that will be a Kevin one. And then Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2013. Is that what that is? What's TCM 2013? You're gonna have to be more specific.
Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I see 2003.
Do your thing, cause it should be. It's a remake.
It's not the beginning. It's just called. It's Texas Chainsaw 3D. Okay. Okay. Put that on there as well. I have not seen that one, so that'll be for both of us. Unless you've seen it, Kevin. I don't know if you've seen it.
I don't know if I logged it.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. Anyone else having suggestions? We'll throw them onto the Wheel of Fate, and then we will spin to see who will get it. It'd be nice to have at least 2 suggestions from each of you. It'd be fantastic. I mean, we've already got a lot on here, so there's 144 entries.
I have it halved right now. I can't see the wheel because I'm looking to see if I did TCM, but I can't see I can't read the writing right now, so it's kind of fun.
Oh, it's great, yeah. Yeah, I can send you the link for it, Kevin, on the Letterboxd, if you want.
No, I found it. I don't think I didn't.
Alrighty, everyone. Any more suggestions going on to the Wheel of Fate? We'll give it another minute or so. There we go. Quite a few from... Are these all shorts? Looks like they are. Go ahead and just copy that. And then, so I got the whole idea, Little Red Riding Rabbit.
Steamboat Willie. Heavenly Puss. Winter storage and the screwdriver. As soon as I read it, I was like, yeah, that's not gonna.
Kevin. Then Birdemic, Shock and Terror. I've seen it, but I haven't reviewed it. So that's one of those movies like, oh, so by the way, Kevin, Nadia, whenever we have a game night coming up sometime, I have a new card game coming, which is watch movies get drunk. And everyone has cards, and you'll have a card that says if they say the name of the movie in the movie. And if they do that, you can play the card and make someone around you drink.
Oh, that's fun.
And yeah, it's great. We need to play it. I'm so excited. Alrighty. Any other suggestions before we spin the wheel? We'll go ahead and give it 1 more minute. I know I said that already, but we'll give it another minute. Alrighty. 1 more minute. Any movies you're planning on watching this week, Kevin? Just kind of outside of
I'm gonna try to watch Monkey Man.
Hell yeah.
That's on Peacock right now. What else were we? I thought we were gonna watch something. No, I think Monkey Man was a big one that I wanted to watch.
Heavenly Puss sounds dangerous.
It sounds like a weed. Like you get the strand of weed.
Man, I'm on that Heavenly Puss right now.
Yo.
Alrighty, everyone. We'll go ahead and cut it off. No more suggestions, and we'll. I think you went first last week. No, I went first last time.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
We'll go ahead. We'll do Kevin first. Let's shuffle up the wheel. Alrighty, Kevin, you ready? There we go. It all looks like one color when you don't look at it.
I hate this.
I love it. Oh, Nadia gets it with the ruins for Kevin.
Nice.
Very interesting. I'm interested to see what you think.
Is that the Killer Plants?
Yes.
Okay.
What did I give that movie? I give it a 2.5 stars out of 5.
Hey, that's good.
Bloody roller coaster. That's better than a lot of its horror film counterparts, but it's a little hollow compared to the book. Okay, so that's what I do like the book better. But it is a step above, in my opinion. A couple of the horror movies. Alrighty, Kevin. So you have The Ruins. That's awesome. And then let's go ahead and get my first wheel spin, shuffling it up. Garrett's silent laugh kills me every time. It's just because, like, and you're just like, it's great. And dirty minds of both of you, yep. Well, I can't pick something for you on my turn, so I'll just respin. Excuse me. All right, and I get my short, the screwdriver.
It's weird. We're getting ones that we just put in.
I mean, hey. Well, props to the people for being here and making those choices and getting them in here. Alrighty, Kevin, your next one.
My next one.
Hopefully you can get a short.
We'll see.
Dustin checks in.
Oh, is that the monkey movie? I think this one's Nadia's.
Are they both Nadia's? Wait, Dustin checks in.
It's a monkey movie.
I don't see it on Letterboxd.
What? It's definitely a movie.
Oh, Dunstan.
Dunstan? Oh.
Dunston. Oh my god, that look. Oh boy. Sam the orangutan has the primary billing on that. That's a lot of fun. Yes, Dunstan monkey movie. Well, you can watch that and Monkey Man. You'll have a double dose this week. Alrighty, let's go ahead and spin it one more time for me. I don't know what I'm gonna get, which is the whole point of this. And I don't know how I'm feeling. I don't know what's going on. That's another short. Alrighty. Man, this the picture on this is wild.
Which one? Dunstan?
For Dunstan, yeah.
Yeah.
Kevin's pick for Garrett. You finally get to pick one for me, Kevin.
Yay! Oh, I wasn't ready for this. I wasn't ready for this.
Nadia's pick here. Kevin gonna watch Monkey Man and Dunstan checks in. Ape together strong.
Oh fuck.
Oh man.
Oh no.
Well, you can. You want to take a minute to think about it while we get you a short here?
Yeah. Let me do
All
that.
right. Let's get you a short.
I'm gonna look on my letterbox actually and see.
Alrighty. And Kevin gets. That's the movie. And the closest short is Heavenly Puss or Little Red Riding Rabbit. It's up to you.
I mean, we gotta go Heavenly Puss.
All right, Kevin's getting Heavenly Puss. I mean, I don't mean it like that. Don't
No,
worry,
I know.
Nadia. It's fine, Nadia. He's not actually.
It's just weed. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
There you go. Wait, what was the shit?
What?
I didn't write it down.
What?
Oh no, I don't have a second movie yet. I had a short, and then your pick.
Oh, so you need another movie.
I need one more.
No, you got another movie.
Which one did I get? I didn't write it down.
You got
Let me look at the results here. I can look at the results. No, it was The Ruins was first for you,
that was me.
and then I got that, and then I got the short. Then you got Dunstan, and then
I got.
no, I need one more.
Oh, you need one more. Okay, it gives me
Yeah.
more time. That's okay.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and shuffle it up. Watch you get another one.
Mm-hmm.
Pick both my movies. Romancing the Stone. All right. I've been waiting to watch that movie for a long time.
Have you seen Drive yet?
I have not seen Drive yet. I will
Well,
watch
you're
Drive.
gonna go see. You're gonna see Drive.
Alrighty. Alrighty. So I have Drive and Romancing the Stone, with the Screwdriver being the short film, and then Kevin has The Ruins and Dunstan Checks In, with Heavenly Puss being the short film. Let's see. Heavenly Puss better be PG, Kevin. What is wrong with the two of you? It's just Tom and Jerry. But when you set us up with a joke like that, what do you expect? No, it's all good. I think, should I spin it one more time? Because I didn't get to review the movie this week. Do I wait until Matt Walls is here and have him pick a movie? Or do I just spin again?
I say have Matt Walls pick one.
There you go. Okay. I'll have Matt Walls pick it next week. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. As always, we will be live every Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, unless I get COVID again, or if something happens to Kevin. But we will try our best to be here every Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And, of course, Movie Club goes live every Friday at 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so you have it just in time for your morning commute, morning drive. Very excited for this week's one. It is a classic 1950s Hollywood film, all about Eve. Very excited to talk about it. And then next week is going to be a really, really, really exciting one. So make sure you're watching those. And that's going to be about it. So thank you, everyone, for putting up with an absent stream last week. Fortunately, I was sick. So we're back now. And, that's about it. I love you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, keep those eyes on the screen.